All right, here we go. Salute to Knicks Nation on this Wednesday evening. Another edition of KFTV Post-Game Live presented by BetUS Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of KnicksFanTV. Knicks finishing off the final game of the 5-game road trip in New Jersey in the swamp against the New Jersey Nets. And from beginning to end, it was all Knicks. The big ragu Donte DiVincenzo would set a tone, lighting it up from downtown. Julius Randle, the bully, stealing lunch money the entire night. And this Knicks defense came to play. Give them credit. And they will finish off a 5-game road trip going 3-2 and knocking out the New Jersey Nets in the Battle of New York, Act 1, 121-102. Let's talk about it. Call us up, 657-383-1509, or you can hit us up on the KnicksFanTV Discord. CP the Franchise, Alex Rataros in the ones and twos. What rivalry, man? It's a Knicks town. Let's go.
No rivalry, man.
Ain't no rivalry.
There's no rivalry.
What are we talking about?
You got to be good to be a rival, right?
Yeah.
And the Knicks are good. The Nets just stink.
You gotta be relevant to be a rival.
You think Mikal Bridges played too poorly today to try to force his way out of there?
He was nervous. Once he saw the big ragu lighting it up, he didn't know what to do. He said, "Oh man, I got to carry these bums tonight."
How much do you think he's like? Damn, Brunson, Donte, Hart are all over there, and I got to be here at the Barclays.
Yeah.
Recording in progress.
Man, I got to tell you, I love the way this game started. Knicks set a great tone early. The big ragu was not playing games out there tonight. As Thibodeau just said on his presser that just wrapped up, Donte and Julius set the tone. They set the tone for the Knicks both offensively and defensively. Got aggressive, got after it. Knicks scoring 32 points in the first quarter. Commanding lead in the first, 32-20. The Nets would kind of settle in that second quarter. They would find their groove from three. The Knicks defense, as good as it was, I thought they also benefited from make or miss league. I thought the Nets did have a lot of open looks, especially in the first half, and that the Knicks were fortunate to see them miss. But in the second quarter, that was not the case because Cam Johnson found his groove. The Nets overall, I believe, shot 5 of 8 from downtown in the second quarter, and that allowed them to get back into the game, to chip away a little bit and get back into the game. In the third quarter, the Knicks were up by as much as 20 points going into this one, and the Nets were able to cut this thing down to 7 in the third. But great job by Julius again, Emmanuel quickly, and they were able to push that lead back up to 13 and go into the fourth. And then in the fourth quarter, it was more of the same from Quick. Quentin Grimes, I thought, had a good quarter as well. And the Knicks were able to run away with this one, man. 121-102. As I said, 3-2 on the road trip. Sign me up. Great job overall. And great energy, man. I was very surprised to see them really come out and set a good tone, good energy, good intensity to start this game. And once I saw that, I had no doubts that they were taking this one.
For sure. And to see that not only were they up to the challenge against a tough Los Angeles Lakers team on Monday, right, which is the last game of their road trip, but then they come home, and as Mike Breen said on the broadcast, they fly out the next day. Don't fly out that night. They fly out on Tuesday, get home, and they're still ready to take care of business against a lowly Brooklyn Nets team. That's how you gotta like. That's what you gotta like about this team, man. They came out, they came ready to perform, and this is a game that they needed to get because look, you got a tough matchup this Saturday and Monday against the Milwaukee Bucks. You face them again back-to-back, not such a back-to-back, but, the mini-series that we got along with this team. So for them to accumulate all these wins in this time span, you got to like how they position themselves to attack a Milwaukee Bucks team. Hopefully they can beat them, but after what we saw tonight, man, it's very encouraging. I mean, you still have Julius Randle, as you talked about. He's playing bully ball. And he's been doing that this entire stretch, right? He hasn't really gone off the path and done what he did last year, which is shoot a lot of threes and settle for a lot of mid-range jumpers. And that's what's been so great about this game is that it's been very efficient because he's just getting downhill and overpowering guys. And tonight, I just knew, like, on the for our other sponsor over at the NBA Report, make sure to go check that out. I took Randle today for less than threes because I knew CP. He was not going to need to shoot from behind the arc. You had Cam Johnson. You had Spencer Dinwiddie tonight. Who else you got? Dorian Finney-Smith. They had nobody who can actually match Julius Randle's strength and intensity. So it was going to be easy sailing for him tonight based on the opponent. And then as you talked about, Donte DiVincenzo, Dante's Inferno. Notice how Mike Breen said that after I said that. Just saying. Yeah. Just saying. Yeah. That's what you like to see, man. You like to see a role player show up in a nice game like this.
For sure. Big Ragu, man. Big Ragu had it going. I loved his game today. I loved his approach today. 23 points for him. 8 boards. 8 boards for Donte. And then 5 for 10 from downtown. I mean, he was locked in. He really got that Knicks defense going, was very active in the passing lanes. His help defense was very good. You know, when we watched that Laker game with Coach Chaz, he talked about how well the Knicks guards were digging on their help defense, and Donte a big part of that. So it was good to see him get off to a great start tonight. And really, you know, just be that energizer for that team. This is what you need from that 2-guard spot. You need some more pop. And, you know, RJ's coming back to earth a little bit. Julius has still been Julius. And then, you know, with Jalen Brunson having Mikal Bridges guarding him, it's going to be a tough night, tough assignment. That's his boy. Mikal Bridges is one of the best defenders in the league. You know, it's going to be a tough one for Brunson. But I did like the fact that Brunson was more of a facilitator tonight. I like the fact that he was a floor general for the team tonight. Obviously, he saw that Donte was hot, so he was feeding him constantly. He found Hartenstein on some pick and rolls. They seem to have some chemistry going there. Even though on some of those Hartenstein didn't convert, I still like the activity. He was trying to find Julius as well. And then from Randle's standpoint, you know, we talked about this with Fred Katz on the quarter season report. If you guys haven't seen the quarter season report, still watch it because there's a lot of gems and tidbits in there that you can pick up that talks about where this team is right now. And you just look, whether it's eye test or the numbers, Julius operating from the paint, you know, operating from the low box, going to work. You are bigger than most guys on most nights. Dominate, right? Like, Julius is a tough shot shooter. We know that. And that will never leave his bag. You're going to need to hit those, right? Now, every night is not going to be a night down there in the post, right? I mean, just look at how he struggles against guys like Jrue Holiday. So every night is not going to be that. But when it's there, take it and dominate. You know, go for the easier buckets, go for the easier opportunities, because as you continue to force the issue there and you draw extra attention, this guy's going to be open. Guys are going to be open all over the perimeter. Now you're making it harder for the defense because now you're putting them in rotations once that ball gets whipped around and gets reversed and so on and so forth. So Julius has just been a menace in the paint. And as you said, just really destroyed the smaller Nets lineup. They had no answers for him tonight.
Zero answers. But the CP, the one thing I have to give Randle kudos for is, you know, last season when we covered the team, it was a lot of Jalen Brunson and Julius. Like, both of them had to have a really good game in order for this team to succeed or for the Knicks to even stay into the competition, right? And I think only a handful of times I can count how many times Jalen Brunson was actually in the teens last season when it came to scoring. This season, we know about the rough start for both Randle and Brunson. But what I really like about Randle this season is that when Brunson doesn't really have it going, like a game like tonight, he's still fine. And it's not necessarily Brunson needing to set him up either. Randle has just been on another level, especially on this run, the way he's been competing, where he doesn't need Brunson to always set him up, where he's looking for those mismatches all the time and just getting for those easier buckets as we're just discussing. And he's really living up to what he said on Paul George's podcast, man. He wants to be more efficient. And look, when you get down in the paint, that's a better way to be more efficient, especially against smaller opponents. And we see a game like tonight, you see how he plays against the Lakers, is getting downhill when he sees the mismatch. That's the way for him to really dominate and to really continue this all-star, all-NBA type performances that we've been accustomed to from him the last couple of seasons. So good stuff by Randle, man. Especially not needing Brunson to always have to be there. Like, even with his 40-game performance, Brunson wasn't necessarily in rhythm that game, but still, that's, I think, been the greatest turnaround for Julius this season. It's not only that he's changed his shot diet, but he doesn't necessarily need Brunson. Like, he needs Brunson's help to attract the defense, but he doesn't necessarily need Brunson to set him up to get going on offense like we saw a lot last season.
Last season, this is according to Basketball Reference. So to everybody in the chat once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Throw a 3 and 2 in the chat to represent the Knicks record on this road trip. Last season, according to percent of field goal attempts by distance, he damn near 30% of his shots came from. Damn near 44% of his shots came from 3. It was last year. This year's about 29.
Whew. From
16 to 3, the long twos. Practically long twos. He was at 0.064% last year. This year he's at 0.043. Now the biggest difference is from 2 this year, 71% of his shots have been from 2 this year, compared to just 56% last year. And then from 0 to 3 feet, 24% this year, compared to 22 last year. 3 to 10 feet, 29% this year, compared to 15% last year.
Those are drastic numbers, man.
Yeah.
I think that's the one thing I'm like so impressed by Julius is that he's able to just like yeah, we have our qualms about like his down years or like not showing up in the playoffs. Like we still want to see that, but the fact that he's just changed how he plays almost damn near every All NBA All Star season is just really remarkable.
Yeah.
Like that's just I don't know how many people can do that. Like. It's like guys either add to their game, but to completely morph or shapeshift that game. I don't think I've known too many athletes, players in the NBA that have done that.
So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Knicks get an easy win tonight in Jersey, man. 121 to 102. Julius Randle setting the tone. 26.7 boards, 4 dimes, 9 to 20 from the field. He wants that three-peat All-Star. He wants that three-peat All-Star, man. Let's go. Salute to Julius. Salute to Julius. Salute to Billy R23 franchise channel member. $10 super chat just came in. Says Knicks on the roll. The Brooklyn boy don't play with them boys. That's word to Ben Simmons. Shout out to Fabulous. Hashtag Ben's Giving. Salute to Billy R. Salute to Billy R. Salute to Morpheus 2969. Our $5 super chat. Morpheus throws that in there. Salute to Morpheus. Now, in addition to Julius and the big Ragu Donte DiVincenzo, you had some spirited play off of the bench. Emmanuel Quickly, IQ, what it do? With a nice game tonight. 19 points off the bench, 7 to 12 from the field, 4 or 6 from downtown. I thought IQ, the first half, thought he was a little shot happy in the first half, but he had it going. You know, take your shots. Go ahead and go with it. Second half, especially in that fourth quarter, he really started turning up. So, you know, go ahead, man. He had it going. Go ahead and cook. Great job by IQ. And then Josh Hart, 10 points, 13 boards for Hart, 2 of 5 from the field, 2 of 3 from downtown. Both of those guys really sparking that Knicks bench. Quentin Grimes had his moments in the fourth as well. So good job by the Knicks bench.
I'm glad that you picked up on the IQ shot happiness in the first half. I was like, there are some open players, like even Grimes, RJ. I'm like, all right, man. Yeah. Like, I get you're trying to cook right now, but let's stop trying to cook. And some of those shots, man, like, he was just not in rhythm. It was a lot of forced shots. I was like, this is ugly, man. And you see the downfall when you start doing that too, because then you start seeing Josh Hart, you see RJ, and it's like, no, I got this. You had your turn, now it's my turn. It's like, that's not the basketball we need to see, especially with the second unit that's known for making that ball fly around the court, making the defense rotate and find open gaps. Like, that's not what you want to see. But thankfully, he calmed down in the second half. But, you talked about Josh Hart. Awesome rebounding, awesome defense tonight for sure by him. How about Isaiah Hartenstein, man? And getting knocked in the face, coming back out there and still battling.
Yeah.
All right, let's give him his props for tonight.
Yeah, let's talk about it, because the center rotation was another story tonight, because Jericho Sims, man down. The simulation is out for another 1 to 2 weeks, with a sprained right ankle, which he injured in the Laker game. So it was next man up. It was iHeart to the rescue to start, and Taj Gibson shaking the dust off. Remember last show? I don't know if it was last show or for the show that me and you were on, and somebody asked what was the over-under in Taj Gibson minutes. 15 to 20 for the rest of the season. We say,
I think it was against the Lakers. I think it was the last show where
because hit that over.
Sims got out that one. I was like, all right, here we go.
Hit that over on Taj. But to your point on Hartenstein, one of the things that you got to make up for with the absence of Mitch is on the boards. He had 10 boards tonight, 3 dimes, including 1 touchdown pass to Julius in the first half. That was a great job by Hartenstein, and I'm right on cue with the highlights. That wasn't even timed. That was just serendipity, as Clyde would say. And then 2 blocks for iHeart, including he if you notice when you watch him, he does the vertical rule very well. He does that vertical rule very well. So those are 2 of the areas that you're not going to be able to replace Mitchell Robinson, but you got to be able to hold your own. And iHeart has been doing that. 10 boards, 2 blocks for him, 3 assists. Good job on both ends. And then Taj, hey, just holding it down, being a vet. 2 points, 2 boards, 2 blocks for Taj in 13 minutes.
Man looked gassed.
Yeah. He probably was. You
didn't see him at the free throw line? He looked like he was huffing and puffing. I'm like, good God.
Yeah. But, hey, Taj is Taj, man. What he's lacking each year that he ages in, speed and agility, he makes up for in smarts. And so just being a veteran, as they said in the telecast, being in position, knowing where to be, setting good screens, fundamentals, man. You never lose your fundamentals. You know what I'm saying now? Never lose it.
Never. It's like riding a bike for Taj.
Like riding a bike.
But you know what's funny? They talked about what he did to stay in condition while he wasn't playing basketball, and they're like, twice a week he was running 6 miles, and I was like, and they're like, they talked about his route from the Brooklyn Bridge to the Manhattan Bridge and going back to Brooklyn, and I was like, and he'd do it at 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. And I was like, damn, just blowing up his spot, because the end of that sentence, he's like, oh, it's peaceful. He likes it because it's peaceful. Not being bothered. I'm like, well, now you just sent everyone out there to go bother him at 6 a.m. to 7 a.m.
They totally blew up his routine. So just in case he's planning on going back out there this weekend, don't bother. Don't bother, man. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. CP and Alex on the 1s and 2s. The NBA report was cracking today as well. You know what? I meant to say KnicksFanTV, but I said NBA report, so I just let it roll off because you guys did have a great show today. So great job.
Appreciate it. We had some interesting debates today, man. Interesting debates.
Good job on that, man. Call us up if you guys want to get your thoughts in on this game. 657-383-1509 is the number to call, or you can hit us up on the KFTV Discord. What rivalry, man? All this talk, but is it a rivalry? Is it a rivalry? Please. It's never been a rivalry, okay?
They tried to hype that up so much when Katie and Kyrie got there. It's like, all right, guys, you're really trying to make this a thing.
They're forcing it, man.
Then Nets fans started popping out of nowhere like, oh, look at us. We're the greatest thing since sliced bread. And then now, look, you got nothing. You got Mikal Bridges bricking it up tonight. Cam Johnson is trying to be the hero for tonight's show. Dinwiddie's back with
Cam
his
Thomas,
ex.
Mr. Empty Stats that these guys are bragging about. Give me a break. You got Ben Simmons on the bench. He's trying to figure himself out. It's a mess over there. All right. I wonder if my guy Evan Roberts is even watching tonight. He likes to watch KnicksFanTV when we lose to hear us wallow in our pain. And I wonder if he's listening tonight. He was probably at the game. I wonder.
Probably. Hey, Evan, open invitation to play pickleball anytime you want to, man.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
He's been dodging us, man.
Also, CP, it's interesting how Spencer Dinwiddie used to tweet a lot at the Knicks fans.
He did.
Now he's quiet.
Oh, it's quiet. Yeah.
He is quiet.
It's quiet.
How's that crypto doing, bro?
It's very quiet. And it was a quiet bum night for him, too. 10 points, 3 of 11 from the field. Quiet for a minus 27. A team high, team low. Oof. Oof. Get it together, Jersey. Get it together. You know why, Al? Because, and I'm putting it up on the Jumbotron right now. Boy, oh boy, those New Jersey Nets. Oh, they call them Brooklyn. I'm sorry. Here we go. Here's what they look like tonight. The Brooklyn Brawler, the greatest jobber in the history of professional wrestling. That is what the Brooklyn Nets reminded me of tonight. The Brooklyn Brawler. He might have been a little bit before your time. This was golden era of WWF. I forget the E part. This was F. The Brooklyn Brawler. Right? And he was just like a typical Nets fan, typical Nets fan, right? He would talk the talk, he would talk all tough, and when he come to the ring, he would get stomped out. He would get stomped out. Like, The guy he was fighting would always stomp a mud hole in him, but he'd get back up. He'd get back up and keep trying, you know? That's a Nets fan for you. The Brooklyn Brawler. There we go.
Maybe that's the mascot they need, CP. Maybe that's the mascot they need.
That's it. That's the mascot that they need, man. The Brooklyn
Or you
Brawler.
you could rebrand and go to your original idea, the Swamp Dragons.
They could. Yeah. Yeah, my golden era WWF fans in the chat, if you know about that Brooklyn Brawler, let me know something in the chat, man. Am I talking facts or not?
I'll tell you this though, CP, that Nets team stinks. Good God.
Yeah, they got a lot of soul searching to do, man. They got to figure it out.
I mean, at one point they took more threes than inside the arc, and they made more threes than they were making inside the arc, which, woof. They're like allergic to attacking the rim, man. I've never seen a team that's allergic to attacking the rim. All they do is like, all right, guys, we're going to drive and kick. Is anyone actually going to attempt a layup?
They're in a tough spot, man. They're in a tough spot. Oh, here we go. Let's kick off the phones, man. And by the way, tonight's calls are brought to you by BetUS, man, the official sports book of KnicksFanTV. Hit the link in the video description for a bonus deposit match of 125%. BetUS Sportsbook. Go ahead and hit the link in the video description. Okay, kicking off on the phones. Papa left. Let's go.
Shout out to the point guard of the Nets, Evan Roberts, shooting guard Robin Lundberg.
We forgot about Lundberg. One of the biggest Knick haters.
Small forward, of course, Richard Jefferson.
Yep.
Power forward Max Kellerman. And
who's the five?
We'll let the starting center be the starting center who's the fan who's like heckling RJ while he hits all his free throws.
Oh, Mr. Whammy.
Yeah. You might as well play those guys tonight. Man, I can't say anything negative about Julius Randle right now. I'm in a tough, compromised position because he's
killing. Yeah.
He's doing playoff translatable basketball.
Yeah.
And it's in the regular season, and I got nothing to say. But I'm proud of him. It'll be a shame if he reverts back to anything but what he's doing right now. The thing about it is, you touched on a lot of great things, man. Your monologue. When he doesn't score in the post, he's got to stick with it. Like if he misses, you saw early in the game, he was like 2 for 6, right? But his looks, the process was great. It's like a running back that you need to get going, until he breaks it loose. You know what I mean? You got to keep that defense honest. And I think that he actually can provide that to our offense and make it a little bit more dynamic. I didn't really love the wing ISOs. I don't love him getting the ball so far away when it's not in transition and you're just dumping it off into him. I think he kind of gets caught in doubles, and that's where you see all the pump fake. It's too long of a process. He needs to be catching the ball on a kick and just going and attacking. And he's been playing the best. The Mike Breen, Wally said it on the telecast. He's been playing the best basketball of his career.
Yeah.
The point you made about Brunson getting his hot, scores going with Donte and pushing the ball up, I thought he played point guard basketball that a lot of Knicks fans want to see him play.
Yeah.
But, it wasn't his night to take over, and he didn't force it. Yeah. So, that's good. The continuity thing is funny to me. It's a great justification. It's a great brand. But if the Knicks truly want to be that brand and they truly want to make a run, they got to play the continuity. They got to play to it.
Yeah.
Not just the brand to justify the fact that we haven't made a star move. If you're going to keep everybody together, and, the thing about a star player, even the star player plays his role.
Yeah.
Like, you need guys who understand their role within the game. One of my favorite teams right now in basketball is a college team, FAU, Florida Atlantic. Mm-hmm. They have their scorers, but they all play true read and react basketball, and everybody can get going if they can get hot and they can shoot, and nobody's like passing down open looks. Donte DiVincenzo adds that to this team, right? When you get quickly going, when you get RJ going, when you get Grimes going, Josh Hart, Isaiah Hartenstein, Mitchell Robinson when he gets back. It is a team that can succeed and thrive off of playing together.
Yeah.
It would be a shame if they revert back to anything else but that. But, big 2-game stretch here. It's kind of like a playoff look against the Bucks because you get the second leg of the back-to-back with a chance to see whoever lost, what are they going to do to adjust. So, good stretch, and the cream's rising to the cream rises to the top.
Yes, sir.
And the Knicks have an opportunity to be a part of that crop. They have the opportunity right now at 16-11 to push through this tough stretch and establish themselves as a top 4, dare I say, 3 seed. But it's all in their hands. Great game tonight. Have no complaints. Great show as always. Love you guys.
Yes, sir. Papa Left in the building. Rate that call in the chat, man. The return of Papa Left. It's been a while. Been a minute. One being trash, 5 being facts. I'd like to nominate that one for a call of the night out. Papa Left. Well, let's put him up there on the board. Nominee. What do you think?
I'm giving him a 5 for that call, CP. I'm letting you know right now. I'm letting the chat know. I want everybody to tune in right now. I'm giving that call a 5.
No doubt.
I like it.
No doubt. Yeah, and what you liked about tonight, with the way Julius was going and the way Donte was going, you just think about it. As Papa Left said, playoffs. What was a key weakness of this team in the playoffs was that, put the Julius stuff aside, but supporting cast-wise, they didn't have reliable shooting out there. If you have the big Ragu cooking like this, he took 10 threes tonight, letting it fly. And that's the thing. The difference between him and Grimes is like the offense-defense dynamic on ball. How much of a drop-off is that? Especially the way DiVincenzo was playing actively tonight. But offensively, there's no comparison yet because he's just so much more confident in his decision-making and much more aggressive. And you need that. Because if Julius is still able to make solid decisions in the playoffs now, when more attention is coming, more doubles, teams are going to be selling out a lot more and saying, hey, listen, if you're real, go ahead and beat us from the perimeter. Having Donte out there is going to make this team dangerous if he's on point like that.
For sure. Shout out to my guy, Perry G from Twitter. He added me saying Donte is, I guess he's saying he's 1 million times better than Grimes and should get all of his minutes. We 30 games in basically. And I totally understand how Grimes is playing. I mean, not Grimes, Donte's playing. Donte's playing awesome with the Stars, man. And and in my response, I'm saying to Perry is that it's confidence. You see that with Donte, he's just very confident in what he does. He knows what he wants to do. When he gets the ball, he either knows that he wants to attack, he either wants to shoot, he's going to pass. That's the difference of being in the league. I get also saying playing with the Warriors because that was one of my concerns, man. Because Knicks don't really play the same way as the Warriors, but he's brought that skill set and everything he's learned from the Warriors to this team, and his level of being a veteran, 6 years in this league, the confidence. I wouldn't necessarily say he's a million times better than Grimes, but he's certainly more comfortable playing at that pace, which is why you get to see him thrive at that level. Both of them, between both him and Grimes. We saw Grimes last year can go off and score. Obviously, he didn't show up in the playoffs. But can Donte do that for us? And like you said, Dante's able to do that. Plus, the other thing that we didn't have in the playoffs was another guard that can control the rock and get guys in position. That's another thing Donte offers that we didn't really have last year.
How about the boards?
And the boards, too. Absolutely.
I mean,
against the Nets, against the Nets, it's a small team. So for the Knicks to dominate, I'm not too shocked that they dominated the boards against a small Nets team, but obviously rebounding. But for me, man, it's the slight playmaking that you don't really get to see much from Donte. Just bring up the rock, get in Randle position, Brunson ready. That's a difference maker because once we lost quickly, man, it was all up to Brunson to control that rock. And so Dante's addition has definitely been very impactful for this team, man. And I like how he's just been able to gel with that starting unit, man.
Big time.
Defense takes a step back, but definitely gelling.
Big time. And Brunson is looking, the chemistry of Brunson it's been there since day one. This is carryover from Nova days. They just hit the ground running, and Brunson knows where to find him. And when he's got it going, Brunson's looking for him. And so that's another dynamic there, chemistry. And then again, if Julius is doing this the way he's operating out of the paint and finding those guys, what do you think DiVincenzo's corner 3 percentage is right now? Without looking it up. Give me a guess.
percentage?
Yeah.
You're asking me that. It's got to be
three.
super. It's got to be super high.
Corner 3.
So I'm going to say 48%.
Oh, 45.
Hey,
Good job. Good job. It was 40 last year with the Dubs. That put him in the 75th percentile. This year, 45%.
look at that.
And that's put us in the 92nd percentile in the NBA. I'm bugging. Oh, no. Hang on. Whoa, let me put some respect on his name. Rewind that. You said 48
Yes.
from the corner?
Yes.
My man, you are way off.
Wow.
Way off. It's at 60.
Wow.
It's at 60. He's shooting 60% from the corner 3.
Damn.
95th percentile. Put some respect on his name. It was at 42% last year with the Dubs from the corner. 60% from the corner 3. Correction. 45% is total threes, which he's in the 92nd percentile. He's shooting 45% from 3. But he's shooting 60 from the corner.
That's impressive.
Wow.
That's impressive.
Wow. Incredible.
Essentially, that's almost damn near automatic.
Yeah. 60% from the corner. So that's big. That's big. If they can keep, I mean, is he going to stay that way? Maybe not, but probably not. But that's still big as a threat.
For sure. I mean, look, the fact that you have somebody like Julius who's going to attract the double teams, and you just see that connection already starting to spark this year, right, between him and Donte. If you're going to have Julius just attract double, triple teams, Donte's going to be right there on the perimeter. And if you have a night like you said tonight, man, keep finding him in the corner. Keep feeding that man.
Yeah. Man. Incredible.
You got the rest of the 3-point shooting from the corner out there?
What do you mean?
Like who else do you have that you could see shooting from the corner 3?
From the Knicks? For the Knicks?
Yeah, from the Knicks.
Who's the highest? All right, let's see. Let's take a look here. Let's see what we can do here. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for your boys, CP and Alex, on the 1s and 2s. Just doing a little stat searching here, man. We're doing some research, just digging into the numbers. All right, let's see here. Let's see, team stats. Let's go shooting accuracy. Do we have individual player? Okay, we have player stats here. Let's see. Shooting accuracy. From the corners. Yeah, Brunson at 53%. He's 10 of 19 from the corner. Wow. Julius at 42%. Brunson's always been a good corner 3 shooter. Mm-hmm. And he's shooting 46% from 3. Brunson. So you got Brunson and Donte over 45% from 3. I think Tibbs is looking at that, man.
He is.
It's important.
Imagine adding another shooter out to that rotation.
That's important. That's important. So yeah, Brunson at 53. Well, why don't we just sort it? That would be easy. So Donte at 60%, Brunson at 53. So Dante's 21 of 35 from the corner. RJ 18 of 42, 43% for RJ. He's in the 74th percentile. Then you got Julius 10 of 24 from the corner.
Okay.
Yeah. Those are the best ones. Top 4.
All right. Look at that.
Top 4.
RJ, get back to the corner, my man.
RJ, yeah. RJ's been forcing lately, man. Hasn't been, the shot selection hasn't been good. Not feeling it.
Your motto is still living, isn't it?
My motto's still alive, isn't it? What is the motto?
I'll see you tomorrow.
Let's see what happens tomorrow. That's it. Let's see what happens tomorrow with him. I haven't been liking shot selection lately, though.
Give him a ring, man. Tell him,
Yeah.
how to course correct.
Haven't been liking it. All right, the phone lines are lighting up, man. The phone lines are lighting up. People, we're trying to get you guys on the Discord. Switch over to the Discord if you can. The phone lines are good, but we're in 2023. You're about to be in 2024. We got to get with the technology, man. TM set up a whole infrastructure there on the Discord. 24/7 Knicks chat, live chat with CP and Alex. So, we got sub channels, all the type of gadgetry. Get in with the Discord, man. We need that.
TM put his blood, sweat, and tears into that Discord, man. You got chats for different types. You got sports betting. You got video gaming. You got TVs. If you're a Knicks fan and you want to just hang out with Knicks fans and talk about stuff outside of the Knicks too, you can go right there. And
there we go.
Discord,
it's filling up.
Clean, man.
It's filling up right now.
Crispy clean.
Yeah.
It's easy to use too.
Absolutely. All right, who's going for the caller of the night, man? Papa Left is on the board. Chauncey on the Discord. Chauncey, let's go.
What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
Good, man. Good to hear from you, bro.
Thanks. Yeah, you too. So got really nothing to say about the game tonight. They played a great game. They took care of business. My question of the night, are we ever going to see pre-migraine RJ Barrett ever again? I mean,
right on cue.
I'm gonna tell my grandkids when I'm older about pre-migraine RJ Barrett. The RJ Barrett that's taken the leap. The RJ Barrett that shot 50% from three for 10 games or whatever. The RJ Barrett that was becoming the star that we all knew he could become, and then he gets hit with his migraine. And I said this the first game he got hit with his migraine. He's going to come back all out of rhythm, and that's exactly what happened. The way I can assess RJ's play after coming back from the migraine is he's playing exactly like how he played last year, which is not great. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're on point, bro. I have no answer for you. I don't know. That's why I say let's see what happens tomorrow. I don't know.
Yeah, like pre-migraine, we're talking like not even he was scoring more efficiently. He's like in the flow of the game. He's not forcing anything. He's scoring an efficient 24, 25 points. He comes back.
Yeah.
He was working the mid-range. He was taking more mid-range shots. He was shooting off the dribble. He comes back, and he's just reverted back to all his bad habits of last year, forcing. And it's kind of tough to see.
Yeah. It's just not there, man. It's just not there right now. It's been a struggle for him. You're absolutely right. Right on cue. We don't plan these things out.
Nope.
We just it's just a certain energy, man. So
everyone wants to see the homegrown talent, number 3 overall pick.
Yeah.
Succeed, man. I get that, man. I totally get that.
Everybody wants to see that, man. So we'll have to wait and see. Let's see what's going on right now. People are saying CP check Shams. All right, here we go. According to Shams, breaking news.
Uh-oh.
The New York Knicks have applied to the NBA for a disabled player exception worth $7.8 million as the franchise projects Mitchell Robinson will miss the rest of the season. Major development as Mitchell Robinson had ankle surgery last week. Oh, man, bro. Unbelievable. Is this real? Is this a real Shams? You got to double check everything. The name, the ad, is this the real thing? All right, this is the real guy.
I'm sorry. I thought I was dreaming for a second. Were we talking about something?
Bro, I don't even know what to say, man. I don't even know what to say. We live right now. Like, I need a minute to regroup, man. I need a minute to regroup. I need a minute to regroup. Man, what a setback, bro. What a setback. Man.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Was the surgery successful?
Wow. All right. I think things just took a little bit of a turn, man. We got.
I don't even know how to react to that because that is legitimately the anchor of the defense that we're talking about right there.
Wow. All right, let's break this thing down. So breaking news, Mitchell Robinson expected to miss the rest of the season after ankle surgery. The New York Knicks have applied for a disabled player exception worth $7.8 million. Well,
wasn't he just walking today? Didn't I see that photo of him in High Heart? Or is that an old photo?
That's got to be an old photo, bro. He was just last week. He was completely wrapped up after surgery. Ain't no way.
They posted. I was like, is he out of a boot? I was like, damn, that's quick.
Ain't no way. I think my immediate reaction is, we talk about trades and we're talking about, the star trade and the wing trade. They need to go make a trade. They got to go make a trade and get.
Someone in the chat just said, go get Dwight from China.
Nah, leave Dwight over there. They need to go get a trade, though. They need to make a trade.
Is it James Wiseman?
No.
Is it Isaiah Stewart?
No, God, no. They got to make a trade.
Robin Lopez.
You want to bring Rollo back?
I'm just throwing out names, man. I'm just trying to get.
Well, here's some of the guys. Here's some of the guys I was talking about. Moses Brown.
Okay.
Moses Brown. Jermichael Finley. He's still out there. All right. How about, he's not a center, but Kenny Lofton Jr. They need reinforcements, bro, because they're one Taj Gibson old man hamstring calf injury away from this thing really getting ugly, bro. And I'm dead serious, bro. He's old, bro. That always happens. He's one of the he stays in great shape, no problem, but he's one injury away. He just came off the streets and now he's got to log major minutes.
Boogie Cousins.
Call Boogie. Boogie's with the Taiwan Bear Sharks.
I'm throwing names from the chat. Andre Drummond. Do you reach out to Drummond?
Yeah.
Bring the Mount Vernon native home.
Yeah, you're going to have to, man. Or will you do what I've been telling us? We should have been doing. Go get Kelly Olynyk.
Oh, good guy.
You guys believe now? Do you get what I'm trying to say right now? You go get Kelly Olynyk. You know why? And I'm telling you why right now. Because with iHeart starting, if iHeart stays healthy and he's going to get starter minutes, spotlight's going to be on him. He could end up walking out the door as a free agent after this. You need some reinforcements, bro. Number one, you're going to have to go draft a big man. And you might have to go get Kelly Olynyk.
Oh, I know the answer.
Who?
I know who we need to call CP.
Who?
Your favorite boy.
Who?
Your favorite.
Don't
go
say
get Nerlens Noel on the line. Go get the band back together.
Go get the walking body cast. We already losing Mitch, a walking injury. Now let's get the guy who's in the Injury Hall of Fame, in Nerlens Noel.
My man said Injury Hall of Fame.
The walking body cast. Let's go bring him in here and see what he can do. Man will get a paper cut, sign in the contract, and be out for 2 to 3 weeks.
No hands, Noel.
No hand. Yeah, bring in Stone Hands Noel. Let's really bring this thing back.
Oh,
this is
man.
tough. This is a big setback, man.
Yo,
because they have no room. They have no margin for error anymore, bro. None. Zero.
Oh, boy.
Stone Hands Noel. What's Lou Amundsen doing these days, man? I ran into Lou at Summer League. Man was just walking around with like a Starbucks coffee. Nobody really noticing him. He was chilling. I was like, yo, Lou, what up? Only a diehard delusional Knicks fan would notice Lou Amundsen walking around the rotunda.
Where did you see him at Summer League? We were both there. Where was he?
Yeah, see? You didn't even notice him. He was just walking around. He's just one of the people, man. He was just one of the people.
Do we go call Kyle O'Quinn?
KO? What is KO doing right now? Who's got KO's number? Let's call him. I'll call him right now. Who's got KO's number? He's from Queens.
AC?
Nah. Not him. If somebody's got Kyle O'Quinn's number in the chat, send it to us. Because this is bad, bro.
Go ask Mero. Mero probably has his number.
Somebody. Does anybody have KO's number, bro?
The kid Mero definitely has. He interviewed him once before.
Yeah. John in the chat says Samuel Dallenberg. What's Dallenberg doing these days?
Someone threw Tyson Chandler.
Tyson, what's Tyson doing these days? Tyson,
Growing out that beard.
all we need you to do is when the ball comes off the rim, just tap it out. Just tap it out. Don't
Those
worry about
tap-out
being in
rebounds
position.
were ridiculous. Didn't he grab? He had like 20 because
Yeah.
he did that one game. I remember that.
Just tap it out. Just tap it out. All we need is to tap out threes.
All right. How always wasn't. How dare you throw Andrea Bargnani's name in this? We do not need any of that.
No.
Here we go. CP.
Oh, I got the name. And I said it today on Bleacher Report. I got the guy.
Who is it?
Now is the time. They've got no other options. Go get Mo Bamba. The Knick fan dream. The Knick fan dream. It's either go get Embiid or go get Mo Bamba. That's where the Knick fan is at right now. Go get the superstar or bring Mo Bamba home. It's time. Bring him home.
Or do you get the original Chet? Do you get the original Wemby? Ball.
Oh, God. No. No. But they got to do something, man. They got to do something. Hey, the things have certainly turned right now. Mitchell Robinson out. Let's go to the phones, man. What say you? Mike from Michigan. Where do we go from here, man?
DP, Alex, man, that changed the trajectory of my call.
Big time.
I feel, first of all, I'm gutted for Mitch. He's just such a good kid, such a good
This
guy.
is big.
You know, just give so much to the team, and was looking forward to him coming back later this year. So it's tough, man. It's really, really tough. I mean, are we still paying Joakim Noah?
Maybe.
I'm not really sure. I'm not sure where they turn, but I agree with you that they definitely need to get some more depth because I mean you can't rely on Taj as your backup long term.
No.
That's just not. That's a recipe for disaster. So they're gonna have to figure that out. But I'll get to my original point real quick. Just on Julius and y'all were talking earlier. You know, I think as fans and trust me, I've definitely gotten frustrated with him at times. Just some of the different body language stuff and the playoff setbacks, but. Sometimes we forget context. And if you think back to when we signed Julius, that offseason when we signed like 15 power forwards, if you would have told us at that point that he'd be ultimately going on 2 All-Star game appearances, 2 All-NBA teams, he's now working on a 3rd All-Star game and could be in the 3rd All-NBA team. Let's just be honest. None of us would have believed that he could have done that. He actually was the kind of guy for where our team was that made sense for it to get. Someone who hadn't quite reached his potential yet, was on a trajectory up, signed him on a pretty good contract, and he exceeded. And so I think with that in mind, we got to, we got to take it for what it is. He's been producing well. He has better body language. He's adjusting his game. Yeah. And so let's see what happens. Obviously, the playoffs are going to come, and we'll see what he does. But, it can't be a all or nothing. We got to live in the moment and support our guy. And I think that, he may surprise us going forward. The last quick thing I'll say is just on the current core of the team. Obviously, not having Mitch is tough. But, I think that, there's lots of talk about, the trade rumors and, who's the star that we're going to try to get, and we got to pull the trigger on the trade fast. And, I think that we may want to reevaluate that a bit just because, I don't know that you do that particular trade and it may not produce what you necessarily want. Yeah. And, I mean, the Knicks, we haven't really drafted anybody in like 2 years. And
I got you and appreciate the call. Just laying this plane a little bit. Look, he's looking for sustainability and growth with this team. You can make that case, but you also can't be prisoners of the moment going this way, right? Like he's saying, stay present with Julius. Okay, great, but don't be prisoners of the moment. I don't see this team growing into what you're thinking that they're going to grow into, just based off a blowout win over the Nets. They still face their challenges, they still face their hurdles. They still can't get past Boston. Milwaukee's still going to be a tough challenge. It's going to be an even tougher challenge with your front court depleted. And so they still got to answer those demons. They got to answer those demons, man.
And that's the tough part now with Mitchell Robinson out, man, because when you think about not having your shot blocker, your rim protector, guy who helps you on the offensive boards, and look, shout out to Isaiah Hartenstein, okay? Out of those 10 rebounds, 5 of them were offensive rebounds, which is something that Mitchell Robinson would be doing. But, you talk about you're talking about the Bucks and the Celtics. I know we had tough times with Mitchell Robinson on the court, but trying to guard those teams. But I don't know, man. It's tough to be. It's tough to look at this team right now for this season without Mitch, because he really helps clean up a lot of the miscues. Yeah. I mean, Hartenstein's been doing a great job. I mean, look, we still got to watch how the rest of December goes, and just the season, but December more so because it's so many away games. We got the Bucks this week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That'll be more of a real test to see where Isaiah Hartenstein stands for this team, man, because if he can hold his own against Brook Lopez and Giannis Antetokounmpo in the paint, then we can start down that notch up again. Be like, okay, this team is good.
Bro,
this team's solid.
He's fine, man. He's fine. I'm talking about insurance. They need insurance. Julius Hartenstein, one of those guys goes down, they have no room for error. Hartenstein will be fine filling in for Mitch, but they need insurance now. And that that's a big issue, man. Let's hear what the people got to say. Let's load up some people on the Discord. I see Zay from Maryland. Go ahead and unmute your mic. Zay from Maryland. Zay. All right, Zay's not there. Dolan. Harrison, if you hear us, go ahead and unmute your mic.
Hey, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Let's go.
All right. So, hope you guys are well. What's up, CP? What's up, Alex?
Yeah.
Can you guys hear that? Can you hear that?
No, hang tight. But listen to this. According to Stephen Bondi of the New York Post, what he's hearing is that Mitchell Robinson had a fracture in his foot and required the insertion of screws. Said the Knicks never reported it. Go ahead.
That's interesting. I was about to say, can you hear people loading up the trade machine for Mo Bamba?
Oh, yeah. That'll come out tomorrow.
But I was at the game tonight, so I wanted to call in, just let you know how the vibes were. They were really good. Donte in the starting lineup seems like the right move. It's great that he's still able to get off his shots playing with RJ, Julius, and Jalen. And, he was a huge factor in tonight's win. Mm-hmm. And, Mitch, get well, man. Get healthy. Yeah. We need you next year. Every Knicks fan I know has a lot of love for Mitch. So
yeah,
that's great, man. And vote Jalen and Julius for the All-Star game, bro. That's really all I got to say. They deserve it.
Okay.
Take care, guys.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Harrison Dolan on the Discord. Man, vibes is dead, bro. Wow. Too Cold T. Cole on the Discord. Let's go. Too Cold on the Discord. Too Cold going once. I see you unmute your mic, so you might be glitching on the Discord. Go ahead and restart your Discord, and we'll try to get you back in here. Too Cold on the Discord. All right, let's see who's on the phones, man. Mitch, out of there. What's going on, man? Benji from Manhattan. Benji, let's go.
Hey, what's up, guys? Tough news. I called in on November 15th after the Knicks beat the Hawks, and I was kind of complaining about DiVincenzo. Since then, he's made 49 out of 96 threes, 51%, and he's had 4 20-point games. He's been amazing. So super pumped about him. I'm thinking we need to clean up the roster around the edges. If I was in control, I would package Grimes with either RJ or IQ. IQ only because he's never going to get the starter minutes here, and we all know he wants to start. Mm-hmm. We just got to make a move, and now with the Mitch injury, I wanted to ask, do you know if Slavko Vranis is available?
Slavko Vranis.
Just curious about that. But, yeah, in all seriousness, I mean, this is devastating news, but I'm not that surprised because we all kind of expected Mitch, if he was going to be back, would be back, like, hobbling and kind of working his way back in March. So, yes, this just puts us this expedites the timeline. We got to get a big now. We can't rely on Taj, even though he's doing everything he can out there. And I just worry about one of these guys breaking down. So curious who the big men available are, but we got no choice, man. Maybe we can try to pry Drummond from Chicago, just give us a little extra insurance there. But overall, super pumped. Next 2 games will tell us a lot about this team. If we can get a split, that'd be great. And then even the road trip guys, Indiana, Orlando, OKC, like 3 years ago, that'd be like a really easy road trip, and now it's a really hard one. So next 5 games will be tough, man. Let's try to get at least 3 wins. Appreciate all you do, and let's try to power through this.
All right. Benji from Manhattan on the check-in. AK on the Discord. Go ahead and unmute your mic. AK on the Discord. AK, go ahead and unmute. You did already. Do it again.
Gentlemen, how are we?
How are we, man? What's your name? Where you calling in from, sir?
Calling in from Sydney, Australia. First and foremost, salute to Knicks Nation. Every single one of you. Salute to Manscaped. Salute to all the channel members that are support our boys, bringing in the absolute A1 content all the time.
Absolutely.
So I just want to get that out of the way. Man, Shams, what a tranquilizer dart to the throat that was. I really don't know where we go from here. I was really, excited with the win that we got today. I think we're carrying a lot of the momentum over from the Lakers game, and I think the ball is just, moving a lot more naturally, which is good. You can definitely see a bit of Steve Kerr Warriors motion offense out there, courtesy of Donte, which seems to be, seeping into the rest of the team. But I really don't know where we go from here with no Mitch. Hart has been playing outstanding basketball, and to be honest, he's getting double-digit rebounds every time he's getting starter minutes, and he's just hustling, man. He's getting out there and hustling, but he's going to get a bag this summer. Like, that's a fact. And with all these pieces that we've got that are going to require more money and more attention, I just don't really know where we can kind of go from here. And I think, as bad as it is, like, Quickly, I don't know what we do with Quickly, to be honest, because he needs to start.
Yeah.
Like, the fact he doesn't start is a joke. Like, it's.
Well, who are you starting him over? You starting him over Donte? I mean, Dante's cooking right now.
That's the problem. Like, we're spoiled for choice with having Donte and Jalen, and obviously Jalen's not going anywhere. But I think it's really time that we start to seriously start to say our goodbyes to IQ, because he's getting a bag this summer. Like, it's just that simple. And with IR and everything everything that's happened today, we just need to start making the decisions. But I'd like to put it over to you. Who do you think realistically we could go for? Packaging some of those picks and IQ as well. But as always, salute to you boys. I'm repping the Knicks fan base down here. I need to start getting that KnicksFanTV merch as well, so that we can let these people know what's going on.
Let's go.
But, much love to everyone. Much love to Alex and to UCP, and let's keep it going.
Salute, man. Heavy in Australia. Let's go. New Zealand. Salute to our people down there, man. Always repping. According to the coincidence, he says the disabled player exception is worth half a Mitch's salary. The Knicks have to stay under the hard cap of $172 million because of the DiVincenzo signing. Any player they acquire via trade with the DPE has to be on an expiring contract, and the exception can only be used on one player. All right, so maybe that narrows the pool. How much
you go for a free agent then?
Yeah, you would have to. But then
here's a name.
Yeah.
Derek Favors.
Okay. All right.
Right now, he's currently in the G League playing for the Windy City Bulls.
All right.
Last year he was on OKC.
There you go. Bring him on board.
Another one for you is Dwayne Dedman.
Okay. All right.
Kem Birch.
Yep. I like that. Former Raptor.
Yep. Another one is Kai Jones.
No, thank you. I don't even know why people even type that in there. I see that name in the chat. Like, you people are crazy. You people are like Kai Jones. That's his audience. No thanks.
I was just reading the list of free agent centers. So,
Yeah,
just I run through the list.
Okay. And as I talked about, you got Moses Brown, you got JaMychal Green. Need insurance, man. Or you could go trade for Andre Drummond. Go trade for Andre Drummond. Salute to everybody in the chat. Once again, hit that thumbs up button for your boys CP and Alex on the ones and twos. KnicksFanTV with some breaking news. No Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson, the Knicks are projecting to miss the rest of the season. They have filed for a disabled player exception worth $7.8 million to try to get some emergency relief in here. Try to get some depth in here. What do you guys think? We are taking calls. We are taking reactions from the faithful. Let us know your thoughts, man. I see the super chats that have come in. We are a little bit behind on the super chats because of the breaking news, but we are going to get to it. So just hang tight with us real quick. Hang tight. Let me, yeah, go ahead.
What hurts CP about Mitchell Robinson missing the rest of the season is that we saw him for the first time in the playoffs last year, especially talking about the Cleveland Cavaliers series and how he just dominated that series. And you're looking for him to kind of replicate that after having a strong start to the season. You're like, oh, you and I both projected that he could be all defensive player, or I should say, make one of the all defensive teams this year. And now his season's cut short after a strong start. I was looking for him to work off of that strong playoff performance last year against the Cavs. And this just stinks, man. It just stinks because this will be the second time out of the three. Let's see. Out of the two appearances, he's only been out of the two Knicks playoff appearances. He's only been there for one. If the Knicks make the playoffs this year, you'll miss 2 out of 3.
Yeah,
which stinks.
Yeah. Yep. So, it's a challenge, man. It's definitely going to be a challenge. Salute to Kazimoto55. He joined the franchise channel member. Salute to Kazimoto. Salute to you. JR, $5 Super Chat says, nice game for the Knicks players, especially the big Ragu. Show Nick hater Dinwiddie who's the man. Shout out to Morpheus again. He says, fate, it seems, is not without a sense of irony. Julius is balling. Salute to the Rhyme Animal Chuck D. $10 Super Chat says, it's Taj slow transitioning into coaching. Mikal Bridges auditioning for his Nova Bakers. Nets cross these rivers too much. The London Nets will get a great fan base. Planes are speeding up. Shout out to Fugazi. Who do you think, if they become available, will be a great fit for the Knicks? I mean, we've been going through the names. Honestly, any of those guys. We're looking for insurance right now. But honestly, going forward, and not to knock him while he's down, They're gonna have to look forward, bro. They might have to look forward.
About Mitchell Robinson?
This is another year with another major injury, man. It's tough.
It's tough, and especially what's tough is how, Rebecca Harlow on one of the broadcasts, how she said Mitch loves how loyal the Knicks have been to him. That's tough, man.
They got to,
especially when you start thinking about the emotional and the personal side of the business, right? Like, I know when we talk about trades and players and availability, it could just seem just so transactional, where it's like, get rid now on to the next one. But we're talking about people here, and the respect, the love that that Mitch just has for the organization, from what Rebecca reported. That's gonna be tough, man. That's gonna be a tough conversation because they invested in him. They gave him $64 million. They gave him that extension last year. He performed in the playoffs, and it's just tough to think about like one of your own homegrown, right? Like 6 years. He's the longest tenured Knick.
Yeah.
But to have that conversation is a legitimate conversation because you need someone to be available for most of the season, and this will be another year where you either missed most of the season, man, and that's just getting tough.
True indeed, man. Let's see who else we got here. Somebody in the chat said Daniel Gafford, but he's signed. He's on a 3-year deal. Gafford's on a 3-year deal. Let's see the other super chats that have come in here. Steven Santiago says, let's do a $20 super chat. Let's do a GoFundMe for Subway rides, refunds for Nets fans. Nets fans in shambles. It's the least we could do. He said to cover the therapy for the Nets fans. Salute. Salute to Wilson. Arsena is 5th. I think this is his 5th super chat, or is he a 5 years? I don't know. 5th super chat, I think. Says someone need to check on Cody Glock. Ooh. Omen, shout out to Omen, says, what's good, sad about Mitch? Can we go after Tashibwe from the Pacers G League team? Overall solid team win despite the bad news. Anybody, man. Just go get somebody, bro. Nobody's going to give us anything. Rhyme Animal, Chuck D, $10 super chat. This is where the front office and Tibbs must transform a surprise into this system. Tibbs may find a young 5 to teach the style, or else older 5s got to play this D. I think that this might change some draft priority, man. You know, you got to add to the wing depth that you need. You need overall front court help, man. You need front court help.
Definitely.
Tough spot, man. Yeah. Triple M, let's go. Unmute your mic. Triple M.
Yo, what's going on, fellas? Man, these names are absolutely depressing me. I mean, come on. Somebody said check on Dwight Howard from Taiwan, man. I'm over here crying.
I mean, bro, listen, somebody
call Cody Glock. Somebody call Cody Glock and tell him Mitchie is a snitchy for the night, man.
Listen, man, I told people, man, this is third string center we talking about. We not shopping at the Gucci store, bro. We have Burlington Coat Factory, man. We bargain basement shopping right now, man.
But I wanna push back a little bit on that, because why don't we look for a kind of maybe a starter level center, possibly, because Mitch injury, we don't know how long it might last. It might last into next year, and Mitch contract is descending, which is a good thing. So next year he's making about $14 million. So maybe you can afford another guy. Here's a name. I'm just throwing this name out there, man. Mm-hmm. Don't kill me on the chat. But I was watching the game with a Nets fan today, and he said Sean Marks does not re-sign big men. He drafted Jared Allen and then traded Brook Lopez. Mm-hmm. He drafted Nick Claxton and then he traded Jared Allen. So I mean, they already drafted Darren Sharp. And Claxton looked a little like not in the game. I didn't even know he was not even a factor in this game. Yeah. So maybe a starter level-ish kind of guy. This guy Nerlens Noel, I don't know. It's just not doing it for me, fellas.
Hell no.
Let's see what Leon and them cook up.
Let's see. We'll see what they cook up, man. I don't see Claxton as a realistic target. I mean, the guy was getting Defensive Player of the Year nods last year. He's not having a great year this year, but I mean, Knicks and Nets are never doing any deals. Nets are never helping the Knicks. Not after this blowout tonight. That was just a little joke. I don't know. I was just trying to bring some levity.
See, I'm just upset, bro.
Yeah, I'm tight, man.
Come on, man. Like, this whole show went from, like, vibes to... Ugh.
Completely out of there. Completely.
I'm so dejected right now.
Yeah, totally, man. Totally.
We're bringing up names that I would like bring it up, man.
But I mean, the thing is just like, go ahead, I'm listening, man.
What's crazy is that we had the best depth at center. Now it's like, not only did Mitch go down, now we're missing Sims. Yeah. Knicks, are you being honest with Sims, by the way? Like, I need to know, like, what's happening.
I mean, what do you want to do? You want to go get Capella? You guys want to go get Capella? Yeah,
it's not a bad option, but how much is Capella making?
He's got 20 this year, 22 next year. 20. That's 22 on your books next year.
Nah. Like, I can't see, unless you're ready to flip Mitch. Like, if you go get Capella, like, I don't see the Knicks moving in that direction. I see the stopgap option, like going to get.
I think they go stopgap.
Yeah, like I could see that because, man, I just don't see how you invested in the you already invested in the center position, right? You got hard, like you got to see what you want to do with Isaiah Hartenstein. Who knows? Maybe if you're talking about moving Mitch, maybe this is the way you say, "Hey, Isaiah Hartenstein, stick around because we're about to move Mitch." Although that's just even a tough concept to even think about. But
yeah,
look, you go stopgap right now. You evaluate in the offseason with this, unless you really think you can get a home run at the center position. Like, otherwise, you're not. I don't see why you just make a move for a name like Capella or anybody else like that. Like, they have to be a serious upgrade, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It can't just be a lateral move.
Can't just be a lateral move, man. So to everybody in the chat once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe to the channel. KFTV Postgame Live, presented by BetUS Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of KnicksFanTV. You know what? The vibes were not that great tonight. Well, for you guys, hey, you can go there and win some money, and that is by placing a wager on a number of betting options that they have for you. You can bet on the game lines. Tonight's game line, I think the Knicks were 1.5-point favorites. You can bet on overs and unders, your prop bets. You can play. They have a live casino. You have NBA futures bets. So they have a number of options to choose from BetUS. The best thing about them is they offer fast payouts. They have their secure service and reliable customer service as well. And for our fans at home, they are giving you a bonus deposit match of 125%. That's some of the highest in the industry. So check out our guys over at BetUS Sportsbook. Hit the link in the video description or in the chat. It's going around right now. BetUS Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of KnicksFanTV. All right, let's get back to it, man. Hear what the people got to say. JJ from Brooklyn, talk to us, man. How you feeling? JJ, going once. Is JJ not ready?
Is he going to mention Nas Reed in this call?
All right, we don't have JJ. The phones have been kind of wacky too, so I'm not so sure what's going on there. We'll load up S on the Discord, see what he's got to say. S, when you're on the Discord, go ahead and unmute your mic.
1 2 1 2 testing 1 2.
Let's go. What's your name? Where you calling in from?
This is Silico calling in from Kentucky yet again.
Let's go.
Tough night for the Knicks.
Yeah.
Tough night. I'm just going to throw some rapid fire free agent names that the Discord chat's pulling up.
Let's go.
They want me to share them with you. So, number one is Luka Garza.
Yeah.
There's a couple of guys in there that would be throwing hands with me if I didn't mention them.
I think he's a guy worth taking a flyer on, man. I remember him playing on the Pistons squad in Summer League. He's nice, man. Got a little footwork to him. He plays hard. You know?
You mentioned Boogie earlier. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to
No.
interrupt.
I say, you know, Garza is somebody that they should absolutely be looking at. Look for some upstarts. Because, like, you just never know, man, what the future's going to hold with Mitch going forward. And so, along with vets that you need for insurance, look for some upstarts. Get the process going on player development, and see if you can find a diamond in the rough. Maybe somebody fits Tibbs' system that didn't have a good career before. So now's the time to take a flyer. You have iHeart, like that's fine. You have iHeart, but you need insurance in case he goes down and to plan for the future. Who's next?
Same thing on that front. Somebody who did not have a great career with their previous team, but a bit more of a, pick me up if you want to think about it that way. Kai Jones, if you think you can rein him in.
Nah, Tibbs don't want that headache, man. We don't need that headache, bro. They booted a kid on his rookie contract out of the league.
And then if you listen over at Stephen A. on his show, he's been saying for months now he thinks that if you look into his history and everything comes out clean, of course, that Dwight Howard's still in the league. He can still put up some minutes. Yeah.
Well, I was saying on my Bleacher Report show, remember Dwight had tried out for the Warriors this year and didn't make it, and now they need big man help. Go figure. But I was thinking on my Bleacher Report show, just me thinking, not knowing his situation, because he did go back to Taiwan. Obviously, he's a starting five over there. Would he, at the time when we were thinking Mitch is only going to be out for a little bit, would he come in and just be, an emergency backup, but knowing that when Mitch comes back, he'd be third string anyway? Would he come in for that, or is he trying to showcase himself and get guaranteed minutes? Now, he could get guaranteed minutes. Well, we'll see. We'll see if that's an option.
Anyway, that's basically all I had for you. Shout out to the Knicks Fan TV Discord.
Salute to the Discord.
In YouTube, anybody in the YouTube chat that needs people to talk about basketball with, make sure you hop in here. Salute CP, salute Alex.
Yes, sir.
Hope you have a good rest of your day.
Yes, sir. Salute to Celico in Kentucky. Salute to everybody vibing on the Discord. Discord chat is going right now, man. Jump in on the Discord. Tough night. Good win, bad loss. That's how it's going to go. That's how the night ends.
CP, can you play the center?
No, sir.
Sure?
No. But if you need somebody to shoot free throws, if you need like a pinch free throw shooter.
You must be using the same Knicks shooting coach for their free throws, man.
I think, listen, man, the state that I'm in after the game is a little bit different before the game, if you know what I'm saying. If I'm in my before the game vibes, be a lot better. Be a lot better.
Maybe you should wait until afterwards, though, to improve that free throw percentage then.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. That is true, man. So, yeah.
I know, man.
Tough night.
The night took a serious turn.
Took a serious turn, man. Took a serious turn. But hey,
Drew Eubanks from Phoenix. I don't think they're going to.
No chance. They have no chance of them. No chance.
It stinks too.
They need him more than we do.
You know who'd be good if he would also be able to stay healthy?
Who?
Rob Williams.
Yeah.
Because if he was still healthy, Portland didn't need him.
Right. The Time Lord. He's another guy.
And he's essentially, him and Mitch essentially are the same type of center.
Yeah. They're gonna need it. They're gonna need to go get a center in the draft, and go get some insurance. That's what they're gonna have to do, man.
You go ask about Marvin Bagley.
I mean, he's not guarding anybody. You want to go back to, can I play the center? I'll take a shot. Marvin Bagley ain't guarding nobody. Well, at least me, I'm going old school. You know what I'm saying? We going old school style. I might get destroyed.
Throwing some elbows.
But you're going to know I was out there. That's it might be the fastest flagrant 3 ejection you ever seen in your life. But I'll be out there.
We're going to have quiet. Well, Mike, that's the fastest foul I've ever seen. 4 minutes and 6 fouls.
It's going to be a lot of razor sharp elbows and forearms. I'm hand checking at everything. I'm bringing the hand check back. Harp taught me.
Bringing the hand.
I'm hand checking at everything.
Oh man, going out there playing like Oakley.
Yeah, that's correct, man. All right. Well, let's see what happens on Saturday when they go up against Giannis and Brook Lopez and them.
Chad is very interesting right now.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got the poll up on Vibes right now, whether it's okay, meh, bad, or horrendous.
How do they feel?
29% for okay, 30% for meh, 21% right now for bad, 19% for horrendous. And the percentages are constantly changing. We have 200 votes in the chat right now.
Damn. All right. X in the chat. What's your name? Where you calling in from? All right. Did we lose X? I think we only had one nominee for Call of the Night. I think it's just Papa left. Congratulations. X in the chat. Go ahead and unmute your mic. All right. We lost X. Okay.
Sansa Stark. Let's give Ewing some super serum and bring him back.
Oh boy. Great idea. Another day, man.
Zach Collins. Yeah, I don't think the Spurs are trading Zach Collins.
No, they're not trading him. That's what I'm saying. People are like, let's just go get a starter. Hey, other teams think other teams are just going to be willing to give up their starting center.
Although a lot of centers are injured this year, CP. You think about it. I mean, KP's been getting injured. Robert Williams injured.
Steven Adams.
You talk about Wendell Carter down in Orlando. He's been injured.
Yeah.
A lot of centers been getting injured this year, man.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, man. All right, well, here's the deal. Hey, let us know your thoughts on the center rotation, man. We talked a lot about it today. I opened the show about it, and it's just so funny because we started the show talking about the Sims injury and how they look tonight, and then we end the show talking about that they are in dire straits right now. Dire straits.
Start stretching, CP.
Start stretching. Boy, oh boy. Mo Bamba. Do you want to come home? Is it time to bring Mo back? What's up with Sheck West, man? What's Sheck West doing? What's up with that guy? What's up with KO? If anybody has Kylo Quinn's number, we'd like to talk to him.
JaVale McGee.
Yeah. Nick said CP turned on the music. Is that type of night? Yeah, it's that type of night, man. It's that type of night. But look, we still cover this game, soup to nuts. Squad came out and gave it a great effort. Great job by Julius, continuing to play his hot streak. Donte DiVincenzo, great tonight. So if you want to talk about some good things, Squad did a lot of good things tonight. But it's just what the future holds is going to be pretty concerning. Dolpho D says, do you think Boogie Cousins would be a good backup? Talking about third string? Sure, I guess. It's Boogie Cousins. I mean, he's flopped around the league. I think he's pretty much done. But at this point, you're not at the center spot. You're not going to find that many great options. Everybody's going to have severe warts. So, just is what it is, man. Charles Bassey, okay. Not a bad thought. You got guys thinking outside the box. So let's see what happens, man. Remember that these shows are available in audio podcast format. No reason to miss it. If you missed today's live show, salute to the replay gang. But we are available on all major podcast platforms. Support our sponsors, man. BetUS Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of KnicksFanTV. Hit the link in the video description to get a $125 bonus deposit match. And that's that, man. Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Chaos or community?
Ooh,
hang in there, man. This is us. This is us. We can never handle prosperity for too long. This is adversity. We're New Yorkers. We're Knicks fans. There's always a little bit. Sometimes there's a lot of bit, but there's always a little bit.
There's at least a little bit.
There's at least a little bit. So, there it is, man. Let us know your thoughts. We out of here, man. Al, take it easy. Peace. Great show.